Good job. Jocelyn was born on April 27th, 2008. It was fun. It was neat, and just to be able to hold her and all that anticipation, and we were finally parents, and a lot of responsibility on us all of a sudden.
Pretty exciting. Life changed quite a bit, but we had fun.
She was a sweet baby. It was neat. She looked like a Cabbage Patch. I remember the first time I saw her, she had like these big cheeks like Dennis, and she just looked like a little Cabbage Patch. She was precious.
Okay.
About 4 months old, she rolled once or twice, tummy to back, but she had never rolled back to tummy. And then at 6 months, she still wasn't rolling. She wasn't even trying to move around.
We started noticing that she wasn't hitting milestones, and that she started losing skills. And that's when we knew something was up. The biggest for me was when she started losing purposeful use of her hands. When she couldn't feed herself anymore, like that was like we knew something was up, but she hadn't been diagnosed yet. But that's what killed me. That's what hurt me the most. So it came back, Rett Syndrome. We were pretty devastated, pretty shocking. But I mean, we still had to move forward. We still had to go on. That's what we're doing today.
Jocelyn was diagnosed with scoliosis at 3 years old. We started bracing her to keep her spine a little straight and to prevent from getting worse, and to buy us time, essentially. We knew that our fate eventually would be surgery.
We were really hoping to be able to wait on surgery until she hit her teenage years because of the whole fusion of the torso and the inability for the torso to continue to grow.
Her scoliosis, despite bracing, kept getting worse, up until about last year. I was pregnant with our third, and we found out that Jocelyn would need surgery within 6 months. We were to come back in 4 months, and then we'd talk about surgery and schedule it and what have you. And so I had 4 months to come up with questions, and my list long of questions of what pain medicine will she be on, what does recovery time look like, how long will she be in the hospital, physical therapy, all those probably routine questions, but one that might not come up every time for him is what limitations would she have having this surgery if she didn't have Rett syndrome. And he said, well, the way that it's fused, she won't be able to walk. And I said, well, I don't want to limit her to that because I'm anticipating a cure in her near future. I don't know. You want to talk about feeling trapped, like she needs this surgery or she could die. But if she has this surgery, I am putting limits on her life post-cure. And the cure is, it's everything. It's what I do. It's funding her cure. And I just so happened to be on Facebook about a week after that, and I saw an 8-year-old girl get fusion surgery, but not completely fusing the spine, but using growing rods. And I'm like, this makes so much sense. Like, continue to let her torso grow. And so I asked her doctor about that, if he could send me to a doctor that does the growing rods. And he wrote me back and said, I do growing rods as well. Your daughter is not a candidate. and I think everyone else will agree with me, and I'm not sending you to see another doctor. So that was pretty much my answer, that this surgeon is not the right surgeon for me, and something's got to be done, and it's got to be done now. So
we weren't being given the best of choices. We were looking for referrals, and they weren't willing to work with us.
It took months. It took months. It took fights. It took letters. It took prayer. It took everything, and finally we got in. Dr. Amazing. He was awesome. He very kind when we first met him. He asked what the first doctor had said, and I explained he wanted to completely fuse everything. And he said, well, I'm glad you're here now, because what we're going to do is this, and these rods will grow as she grows. So, perfect. Like, we were right where we wanted to be. It was great. The morning of surgery, the doctor came in and told us he had thought about Jocelyn all weekend, and he decided to come up or do this certain technique to straighten out her spine a little bit more, where he would drill holes in her skull and apply traction during the surgery to straighten it out. So now she had the central line put in place, screws in her skull. It was just a lot to kind of take in. When we first saw her in recovery, she had not even oxygen on, and I was terrified to even walk in and see her, still on the ventilator, but she didn't even have oxygen on, and they're like moving her around, and it was so great to see her looking good. To see the x-rays of the before and the after, I asked the doctor, I'm like, she's like zero. She has zero curve now, and that wasn't anticipated. So it was really mind-blowing how well it was. So, and that was great. And to my surprise and my anxiety, I didn't want to hurt her, and I knew getting out of bed would hurt. So I was full of anxiety to get her up in a chair day one, which is always their goal.
And one hand up top,
Okay.
and one hand's gonna go like under her hips.
Don't forget her pick.
So you might want to do this hand down here. Do you want me to raise the bed up for you?
We're okay. Okay, raise this.
Beautiful.
Go pull that blanket.
I can't.
Pretty amazing results though after surgery. Even the doctor was surprised at how well she recovered from it, as well as the results. So in the long run, she got the right doctor and the right surgery and the right hardware. So in the end, everything came together. Everything was right.
Happy birthday!